This morning, that Amber Alert still active for a missing Beaver Dam teenager. New details in what's now a multi-state investigation.
Plus, students could soon see a change in standardized test score evaluation, while lawmakers are pushing back against the current system. Good Friday morning, and welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Kyrie Lee.
Oh, it's Friday, Kyrie. I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in. We're in our red for heart health
Yes,
today.
It's National Wear Red Day, so we'll hope you join us in supporting the cause. It is American Heart Month, so always a good thing to, bring awareness to this type of thing. We're all rocking that red. I think it looks good. It gives us that extra pop this morning.
It's really popping. Sure is. All right, let's get to Savannah Brito, who's also popping in that red. She's here to plan your day. Good morning, Savannah.
Good morning. Yeah, guys, we're tracking seasonable temperatures. At least we'll have highs pretty much exactly where they should be, 29. Clouds are going to increase through the day, though. And then we're tracking another chance of wintry weather again. That's not today, but tonight into tomorrow. Better chance the morning hours of Saturday into the afternoon of accumulating snow. The best chance is going to be north of Wisconsin Dells. That's where alert day conditions are in place. So not for the Madison area, but for Juneau and Adams County northward. There are areas that are included in a winter weather advisory. Some places included in a winter storm watch. Still, we'll show those areas coming up.
All right, talk to you then. This morning, we're going to learn more about a large fire in Windsor last night.
Multiple fire departments responded to the scene on County Road DM. Benton County Dispatch confirmed that a wood boiler caught fire. We will bring you more details on the air and on channel3000.com when we learn more.
The Amber Alert for a missing Beaver Dam 16-year-old is now extended into Arkansas. Authorities are searching for Sophia Franklin and 40-year-old Gary Day. The criminal complaint says that Day is from Arkansas and abducted Franklin on Monday. Police say Franklin is pregnant and Day is the father. He is charged with child enticement and abduction of a child. Police say that they're driving on a 2014 black Buick LaCrosse. Officials in Dodge County are working now with law enforcement in Arkansas on this case. Officials say that Day is switching up license plates, though. The car was last seen in Wisconsin on Monday with a Pennsylvania license plate that read KGW 5186. The other plate is from Arkansas. It reads BBR 20L. That's the Arkansas plate. Contact Beaver Dam Police if you have any information that could help them out. That number is on your screen.
Students across the state could see changes to how their standardized test scores are evaluated. The Assembly Committee on Education held a public hearing to look at 4 bills. One would require the Department of Public Instruction to use the old standards for assessment on student progress. And then this is in response to a change made by State Superintendent Jill Underly made last year. Underly's administration changed the way achievement is measured on students' forward test. It came with pushback from experts, the governor, and lawmakers. She has defended this decision in a previous interview with News 3 Now. Republicans authoring the bill say Underly's intentions were to raise state test scores and make changes without consulting elected officials. Underly responded to the bill in a statement saying, quote, Republican lawmakers are proving once again they're not interested in real solutions. They're too busy playing political games, using our schools and children as pawns to push their own ideological agenda. And happening today, a Massachusetts judge is considering a lawsuit from multiple states that challenges the president's executive order challenging birthright citizenship. The Trump administration is appealing a preliminary injunction from a similar case in Seattle. The administration is bringing its own lawsuit against officials in Illinois, including Cook County and Chicago. It argues law enforcement there must turn over undocumented immigrants to ICE, even if their only crime is being in the U.S. illegally.
The NCAA announcing it will update the participation policy for transgender student athletes. The policy bans transgender women from playing on women's teams. It follows an executive order from President Trump that calls for penalties against schools and leagues that allow transgender women to compete in women's sports. Under the NCAA's policy, student athletes may still compete and practice in men's sports, regardless of their sex assigned at birth.
6:04. For the second time this season, flu cases are peaking across the country. That includes right here in Wisconsin. DHS says for the week ending January 25th, flu activity was high and increasing. And as we see here, you can see that on the graph. In southern Wisconsin, 27% of emergency department visits had a flu diagnosis. If you feel sick, you can buy an over-the-counter test at the pharmacy.
The bird flu threat has forced the Milwaukee County Zoo to close its aviary. Dead birds washed up on the shores of Lake Michigan in Illinois and Wisconsin. Some of them displayed symptoms of bird flu. The state's now testing to confirm. The aviary is home to hundreds of birds, including some endangered species.
Let's check in with Savannah. What's coming up?
Guys, we'll talk about the different counties that'll see those different winter weather alerts and when those will be in effect.
And we're live in Baraboo this morning with how you can adopt a grand friend this Valentine's Day and show some love. That's coming up next, live in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back at 6:08 in the 6:08.
How about that?
Hey, we are just 1 week out from Valentine's Day, and we're learning how you can show some love for folks in the 608.
Love this story this morning. Josh Sprider's live in Baraboo with how you can adopt a grand friend right now. Josh, tell us all about it.
Hey, good morning, guys. We know Valentine's Day is the day of love, and what better way to show some love than some of our grand friends. We're at our house in Baraboo with an incredible, tasty story, and I'm here with all of my friends here this morning. We're having a great time in the 608. Ashley, I want to start with you. We're back again, and what is this event all about?
So last year we had the community be able to buy a cookie from Nito's and adopt a grandparent. This year we're going to do a grand friend, and it's going to be cupcakes. So the community can purchase a cupcake and then pick either one specific resident, or we will just choose and hand them out. And last year we had a huge success with the cookies, so we wanted to change it up a little bit with the cupcakes. Yeah.
This is such a great event. And Beth, you know, what's the meaning behind this? Why do this?
We just want to spread love. A lot of these people, our residents, don't have family around. So we're their family, and we just want to show them extra love. And what better way with the community support?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. And you guys are once again partnering with Nito's Bake Shop, and we've got Tony here this morning. Tony, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So obviously you're a local business. You know, why is this important for you to get involved with our house?
Because it's a wonderful group. We love the residents, and it's just a really important thing to do. We all have our grandparents and our aunts and our uncles, and it's just an important thing to recognize and to give them some love.
So of course we're a week out from Valentine's Day. You have the cupcakes here this morning. So how's this going to work for folks that want to help out?
We have an online link, and you can pick between 3 different flavors. We have carrot, chocolate, and vanilla, and you can specify a resident as well.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And of course, one of my favorite people, we met her last year, Jeannie. She's hanging out with us bright and early this morning. Jeannie, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I feel a little crazy, but I'm good.
Well, crazy for cupcakes maybe? Because don't those look really good?
Oh, and they are good. Believe me, they are. We've had cookies from there. We've had cupcakes. Oh, we've had a little bit of everything.
So what does this event mean for you? How special is this?
Oh, it is. It means so much. So very, very much. It means so much love for everybody here. Everybody. Even you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Well, Valentine's Day is the day of love, so it's pretty special to see that, you know, your community is here to show you some love on Valentine's Day.
Right. Very, very true. Very true.
So this means the world for folks that are supporting you.
Oh, yes. Definitely. Definitely.
So what do you think? Cookies or cupcakes for breakfast? Does that sound pretty good?
Anytime, really.
Anytime, I agree. Jeannie, thank you so much. If you'd like to learn more about the Adopt a Grand Friend event, again, here at our house, just go to the story up on channel3000.com. You have until the 11th to make those orders. We have that link up online as well. But, I mean, how could you not want to order a cupcake for folks like Jeannie back here, guys? This is such a special event. Showing some love here for Valentine's Day.
Oh, they deserve all the love. Gotta order those cupcakes. I wish I could be there to have a cupcake with Jeannie right now.
Oh, yeah. Wish them all a happy Valentine's Day for us, Josh, and thanks for letting us know about it. Josh is always looking for stories like that to share with you in the 608. You have an idea? Reach out and let him know about it.
All right, let's check in now with meteorologist Savannah Brito. Will our forecast be as sweet as Jeannie?
I don't think so, because we're tracking wintry weather, unfortunately. But everyone who wants to see snow, especially up towards the Dells, maybe so much so. The heaviest snow band that definitely looks to set up still across Wisconsin Dells and northward up to Wausau. There still could be a little bit of a track change, a shift north-south where that heaviest snow band is going to set up. Because it'll be so narrow, that's why a little change could mean a huge change in snowfall totals and where those are going to be. I still think, though, the highest confidence is northward. There will be a sharp cutoff, though, to the southwest of wherever that heaviest snow band sets up. So here, this blue color, Minneapolis, Stevens Point, Green Bay, Sheboygan, and areas northward, wherever that blue is, that's where the heaviest snow potential is going to be. Southwest of that is where there will be a sharp cutoff, and Madison right now does look to fall somewhere near where that sharp cutoff is going to be. These are our winter weather alerts that we currently have. Juneau and Adams County, both of those areas included in a winter weather advisory. That will go in effect at midnight tonight and run through until 6 p.m. tomorrow. Green Bay, Wausau, Clare, Rice Lake, all that blue, that's a winter storm watch. We'll likely see some of those counties, if not all, get upgraded to a winter storm warning. Areas like Madison and then just south of Wisconsin Dells, this orange color, it includes Waukesha, Milwaukee, Watertown, Lone Rock, Boscobel, and Viroqua. There's a moderate chance, that's about 40 to 70% chance of seeing greater than an inch of snow. The further south you go, like Janesville, Monroe, Platteville, not necessarily going to see that, probably a dusting up to an inch at the absolute most. Wisconsin Dells, Juneau, Black River Falls, Camp Douglas, that's where that trend is a little bit higher, probably going to see at least 1 to 2 inches, if not maybe slightly higher than that, basically where that heavy snow band is going to set up, and then also where the winter weather alerts that we do have in effect are for. So this is 12:30 now in the morning, Saturday. All that snow still showing north, well north of Madison. By the time we're heading into Saturday mid-morning, some of that might make its way down to Wisconsin Dells, Juneau, Watertown. I think the later into the morning tomorrow we get, and into the afternoon on Saturday, that's when our chances are a little bit higher. All of that ending, though, by about 4 or 5, definitely by 6. That's when those winter weather alerts are going to expire. And then for Super Bowl Sunday, it'll be cooler with a high of 23, but at least conditions will be dry.
As usual, no one thought Wisconsin was going to be anything special this year. Greg Gard's team was picked to finish 12th in the Big Ten. Currently, they're 2 games out of first place. Now, anything can happen with 8 games to play, but it's safe to say that all the quote-unquote experts were wrong again about this group. And that's just fine with the Badgers because they knew all along what this team could be.
Honestly, we didn't care at all what the rankings said. We knew what we had in that locker room, and we were going to go game by game throughout the season. And we knew that every night we were going to give 110% effort, and we knew what we had.
I feel like everybody was just basing it off the names that they seen leave, and then everybody can have those opinions off of those names, but you never know what you have. And we knew what we had, like Nolan said, so that's why we, once again, don't pay attention to that stuff.
High school girls hoops, it's round 2 between the top 2 teams in the Big 8. Memorial hosting Verona. Wildcats won the first meeting. Emily Jensen looking for the sweep. She dials one up from deep to put Verona up 2. Jensen finished with 20. Now Memorial would come all the way back and then some. Spartans out and running, and Princess Wachuku gonna bank it home for 2 to give her team a 2-point lead. Verona, though, always had an answer. Allie Jersa splashes home the triple. She added in 14 as the Wildcats get the win 56-41. Saturday afternoon, the Wisconsin women's hockey team will celebrate their senior class. It won't be the last time the 6 Badger seniors will skate at LeBron, but this weekend is the last regular season home series of their careers. And this group has been a part of a lot of wins. We're talking national champs, WCHA titles. They've also scored a ton of points, too. But that isn't what makes these 6 special.
Going to be some of my best friends for life, and so I'm not really going to remember what they did on the ice, or how much they played, how many points they got. It's just going to be the little bit memories that only we have together in the locker room, or going to get coffee, or on the weekends hanging out. It's going to be those that stick with me forever.
And on the men's side, Ben Dexheimer stopped by this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Check out his episode tonight at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. And that's it for sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Hey, NFL Hall of Fame class is out, and guess who's on? It's Sterling Sharpe of the Green Bay Packers. Sharpe first came to Green Bay in the 1988 NFL Draft, and in 7 years, he was among the league's elite. He led the league in receptions 3 times in 5 years. He was the first in league history to record 2 seasons with at least 100 receptions. His career was cut short, though, by a neck injury. He is the 29th Green Bay Packer to make it to the Hall of Fame.
All right, what a wonderful celebration.
And the time is now 6:18, and we are all wearing red today for Go Red for Women. The American Heart Association launched the Go Red for Women movement in 2004 with the goal of raising awareness about cardiovascular disease. It is the leading cause of death in the U.S., and Go Red for Women advocates for the health of all women, and it funds life-saving research. So today, our talent will participate in a true or false that will show you what you can do to improve your heart health. Everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Yes. We didn't do too bad last hour.
No, you guys did pretty good. So most cardiac and stroke events can be prevented through education and lifestyle changes such as moving more, eating smart, and managing blood pressure. True or false?
True.
True, yeah.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. All right, true or false, whole foods, fruits and vegetables, lean protein, nuts and seeds can be incorporated into your diet to create a healthy eating pattern. True or false?
True.
All right, we got trues across the board. That is true. Eating better is one of the American Heart Association's 8 life essentials to a healthier lifestyle. Also, eating healthier can minimize the risk of heart disease, along with other 8 essentials like being more active, smoking less tobacco, and getting healthy sleep. And healthy sleep for adults is 7 to 9 hours.
I got a little work to do on that, on that end of the spectrum.
Quite a few of us do.
Yes, got a little work to do. But we are going to be hearing from Hy-Vee dietitian Erin DeGrave in just a little bit about foods that can improve your heart health, and that's just ahead.
Also ahead in our next half hour, Pick and Save, Metro Market, overcharging customers, what people were paying too much for, and how often it was happening.
And before we head to break, here's a look at gas prices. Time now 6:19. We'll be right back. Welcome back. When it comes to heart health, a variety of foods get a bad reputation.
Yeah, Hy-Vee dietitian Erin DeGrave is here to clear the air and showcase so-called feared foods. All right, what have you brought in for us, and what can you show us?
Absolutely. So this is my favorite thing to do as a dietitian, is really debunk those myths. So right off the bat, we have nuts, always feared for their high fat, high calorie content. However, it's unsaturated fats, so it's really good for your LDL cholesterol to lower that. That's your bad cholesterol, so we want to lower that.
Yeah, not all fat is created equal. I think that's a big myth out there that, you know, and the calories associated with it and everything, but your body needs some of those things. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, and it's coming from a plant, which is even better.
There we go. All right, what else do you have?
Awesome. We have, next up is soy, typically feared for the imbalance of hormones, which has been debunked over the years.
Okay.
And it's amazing, again, that unsaturated fatty acids, which are great for our heart health and just reducing that inflammation as well.
And moving on to the blueberries here. I know this is a fan fave in my house. Say my little ones, they love blueberries.
Me too, absolutely. It's my favorite fruit for a good reason. And fruits have been stigmatized over the last few years a lot more for how they increase sugar in the body, right? But they actually have so much great vitamins, minerals, and fiber to really help to reduce inflammation and increase blood flow.
All right, clear this one up for me. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Okay, when it comes to fruit in smoothies, like I've heard that once you blend it up and you mix it in with other things, you're actually taking some of those nutrients out of it, and you might not be getting everything from a whole fruit as you would if you put it in a smoothie. Like, so a smoothie would be less healthy if the fruit is in there. I guess it depends on what else you put in it.
It really depends on what you put in it.
But does anything happen to the fruit and what your body does with that fruit if it's in a smoothie?
No, common misconception. You're just doing the mechanism of breaking down those fibers before you eat it. So you're still getting those fibers, where when you juice, you're removing those fibers.
Right.
Okay.
What is it supposed to say? Juice your vegetables and eat your fruit, or something like that. There's some
something
phrase
like
that.
that.
But no, you don't want to juice your fruits because you're taking a lot of the really good stuff out of it.
Exactly. We want that fiber for so many other reasons too.
Okay, and lastly, before we go here, what do we have?
We have chocolate. Chocolate is also associated with overindulgence a lot of the times, but today we have midday squares, which are they're great. They have over 70% cocoa, which will help to, again, reduce that inflammation, help with heart health, and it's great. They're delicious.
All right. Erin, thank you so much for joining us this morning. This morning, a possible school cell phone ban in Wisconsin, what a new bill would entail, plus reaction from one school district taking action already.
Also this morning, Pick and Save Metro Market overcharging customers, what people were paying too much for, and how often it was happening. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. It's a feel-good Friday, I would say. I think we're having a little bit of fun this morning.
We are talking about Super Bowl, talking about heart health.
Yes.
And a lot to get to in the news this morning. Got a system on the way that could mix up your weekend a little bit. Let's check in with Savannah Brito, who's got your first one forecast. Hi.
Hi, guys. Yeah, that will definitely be the case, at least tomorrow. Super Bowl Sunday looking pretty good, just colder. We are forecasting highs reaching about the 30-degree mark this afternoon. A few areas could hit 31. The forecast in Madison, 29, few degrees cooler. The greatest chance for accumulating snow with tonight into tomorrow's system is going to be north of even the Dells. That's where alert day conditions are going to be in place. So not for Madison, but northward. That's where the higher chances for slick travel and also greater accumulations are going to be. That as early as tonight, but that'll really ramp up the later into Saturday morning that we get. We'll talk about what counties are seeing the winter weather alerts in place right now for later today, and time out that snow hour by hour coming up.
All right, we'll talk to you then. To our top stories this morning, a statewide ban on cell phones in schools could be on the way to Wisconsin.
There's a new bill in the state legislature proposing this ban. The bill would require all school districts to have a policy in place that keeps cell phones away during class time. The policies could go as far as banning them from bell to bell. UW health officials say the person most often texting a child during the school day is the parent.
There's so much fear about school-based shootings and other types of violence that parents just feel safer when they know their kid can get a hold of them.
But law enforcement say phones do not help keep students safe in these situations. Middleton High School already has its own phone ban in place. As experts and even students say, it's changed the hallways feel.
I'd say there was a lot of grumbling right at the beginning of the year, but it really quickly went away. They're talking more, they're interacting more, having meaningful interactions.
The bill is set to go to the Assembly Technology Committee next week. The Assembly could vote on it in as soon as 2 weeks.
So the push to ban cell phones in schools is becoming popular across the country. Take a look at this map. It's from the Associated Press. It shows where each state is at in enacting bans. The red states are the ones where the ban is in effect right now or about to take effect. The dark gold states are where there's a proposed ban, and the light yellow ones have a policy recommendation or a pilot program in place. AP made the map January 16th, so Wisconsin's not on it yet. The map reflects only statewide action. It doesn't show anything about individual school districts taking their own action.
Following up on a report about federal funding for child care centers, there's new concern that the lack of funding could upend local economies. This all stems from the Trump administration attempting to pause federal grant spending. Among the organizations which rely on the grants is Head Start. This uncertainty has led to some Head Start locations wondering if they can pay their staff, and it could cost some people their jobs.
We underdogs, we matter. We show up to work every day. Maybe not one or two will take, like you won't notice the effect of it, but like she said, there's 3,000 families that depend on this program, and potentially we will all be out of a job.
Some parents fear if these locations have to cut enrollment, they'll have to leave their jobs to care for their children. Wisconsin Head Start has a total enrollment of about 16,000 kids.
Consumer news this morning. If you've replaced your oven in the last 10 years, listen up. LG just recalled one product for safety measures, and our consumer reporter Michelle Renee Quinn is here to tell us all about this new warning. Michelle Renee, good morning.
Good morning. 500,000 LG electric ranges are being recalled after more than 24 house fires causing several injuries. The recall involves ranges with front-mounted knobs that can be turned accidentally. Now, the Consumer Product Safety Commission says it received nearly 90 reports of people and pets accidentally turning on the front knobs on LG slide-in ranges and freestanding ranges. The appliances could have been purchased at Best Buy, Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, and online at LG.com. They were sold from 2015 through January 2025, but the company is not offering refunds or exchanges. Customers who respond on LG's website will get a warning label, and it will remind you to push a lock button when the range isn't in use to prevent accidentally turning it on. So definitely be aware if you have one and contact LG online for a warning label.
All right, good information. Michelle Renee, thank you.
6:34, millions of Americans are now part of what's known as the sandwich generation. That means adults sandwiched between their children and their aging parents and supporting them both. A new survey from Credit Karma finds 52% of those people feel financially disadvantaged. In some cases, they are forced to neglect their own long-term needs, including saving for their own retirement.
When I don't take care of myself, when I don't put money away for retirement, I potentially am pushing the burden down a generation. You think you're helping them now, and you might. You might help them now, but if you are not in a place to take care of yourself down the line, those adult children are going to have to talk to you, and they're going to be the ones who are going to have to bail you out.
The Credit Karma survey found 36% of the sandwich generation say they neglect their physical and mental health, and nearly half say it strains their relationships.
6:35 now. News 3 now digging deeper into a rare government inspection of one of the state's biggest grocery chains. State regulators found Pick and Save and Metro markets were overcharging customers for years. Inspection records show over 1,200 grocery items were overpriced and underweight, most by over $1 a piece. They were all at Roundy's stores. 17 were found in violation in the News 3 Now viewing area, including Sun Prairie, Middleton, and several in Madison. It's a case of customers not getting what they paid for. At this Metro Market on University Avenue, inspection records show customers were overcharged for store-packed salads, meals, and pre-cut fruit. Sandwiches were marked up over 20%.
I started to go to Metro Market because I thought their prices were less than other places around. And to hear that, it's disappointing and it's a little frustrating.
The University Avenue location is one of 62 stores statewide where items were overpriced. The state sent Roundy's more than 60 warning letters over 5 years and then sent out a team of inspectors.
We were not pleased with the results.
The Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection led the investigation. This isn't just one or two scales in a couple of stores. How does it happen where there's that many discrepancies in that many stores?
Part of it could be their understanding of the law as it relates to compliance. Some of it could be training, new employees, turnover.
But you've warned them over and over about this.
And that would be a question for them to fully understand that piece of that compliance, that accountability aspect.
We went to Roundy's headquarters in Milwaukee to get answers. We're not allowed up to the office?
No, you're not. Not unless you have an appointment with somebody, and then unfortunately you don't.
Well, how am I supposed to make an appointment when they're not returning my calls or emails?
Don't know what to tell you.
We couldn't get past the lobby. We'll meet you anywhere to talk about this story. We're just trying to get some answers for our viewers. The Wisconsin Grocers Association also turned us down.
You have to keep in mind the complexity of these businesses.
I asked retired grocery executive Brandon Scholes how Roundy's should fix their pricing problem.
You have to go in and identify the problem. You have to figure out if it's systemic. You have to see where it goes and what caused it.
At the end of the day, Roundy's paid about $1 million to settle the investigation. What do you think about that settlement figure?
I think that was pretty easy on them.
You think they got off easy?
I do. I think they got off easy.
The $1 million settlement is enough to cover the cost of the investigation, and the rest will go to public schools. As part of that agreement, though, Kyrian, Roundy's does not admit they did anything wrong. There's no fault admitted. They did submit a corrective plan of action to fix their pricing system, though. You can find all of those inspection records. We are the only news outlet to have them, so you can see how much items were being overcharged, how underweight they were, and where this was all happening. We have an interactive map on channel3000.com where you can go see if your neighborhood grocery store was affected in all this.
And obviously this was going on over a course of several years. Did this $1 million put this company into a hole?
Well, I mean, you're talking about Kroger, which is one of the biggest grocery chains in America that owns Roundy's, which operates Metro Market and Pick and saves $1 million to a company like Kroger, who made $33 billion in revenue last quarter. Yeah, I don't know, $1 million, that's, you be the judge on that. But DADCAP says they came up with that figure off of the number of violations, and they have a price attached to each of those violations. So they figured it out, and at the end, they came to a settlement.
All right, great story. And coming up after the break, we bring you the final fundraising total from our Day of Warmth earlier this week.
And we're tracking another system that could bring us wintry weather. We'll talk about when that'll be and who is going to see the most snow.
And we're live in Baraboo this morning with how you can adopt a grand friend this Valentine's Day and show some love to their residents here. That's next, live in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
My name is Bob. I'm from the Isthmus here at Madison and Savannah. Plan my day.
Well, Bob from Madison and everyone else who lives in Madison, temperatures expected to make it about 30 degrees this afternoon for the high, so temperatures will be seasonable after temperatures only in the lower to mid-teens this morning with wind chills. It is a chilly start to our day, but clouds are going to continue to increase, and our eyes are on the next system. Alert day conditions will be in place late tonight into early tomorrow, lasting through Saturday evening for areas up north of Wisconsin Dells. That's where the heaviest snowfall potential is going to be. There's a little bit of uncertainty still. The smallest shift north or south will change where those heaviest snowfall totals are going to be. There is a narrow snow band. It's not going to be a widespread area, very narrow snow band that's going to move in for central and the northern portions of Wisconsin. A sharp cutoff then to the southwest of wherever that heavier snow band is going to set up. Right now, this is the best chance of seeing where that heavier snow, slick travel, greatest impacts are going to be. Green Bay, Stevens Point, Eau Claire, and then all the way as far west as Minneapolis, and then a sharp cutoff that would be across the Madison area. As far as how much snow we can expect, those areas that are included in the winter weather advisory, Juneau and Adams County just north of the Dells, a few inches, but areas like up by Green Bay, Wausau, Rice Lake, where there is a winter storm watch still in place late tonight through Saturday evening, that's where the heavier and higher totals are going to be. Specifically though, I think areas south of Janesville, probably not seeing anything. Mineral Point, Prairie du Chien, Janesville, those areas can expect a very low chance of seeing an inch of snow. I think it's going to be more so a dusting. Madison, Watertown, Waukesha, Lone Rock, Boscobel, Viroqua, moderate chance, about a 40 to 70% chance of seeing greater than an inch of snow. So I think Madison and areas just to the north, maybe 1 to 2 inches at the absolute most. Wisconsin Dells and northward, those are the areas where the red is. Juneau, Camp Douglas, Black River Falls, Sheboygan. Those are where the higher confidence areas are in seeing that higher snowfall accumulation greater than an inch or two. Nothing as far as anything early in the day. By late tonight, early Saturday morning, some of that snow starts to track in. That's still expected to be well north of Madison at that point in time. Later into the morning, this is now 9:30, 10 a.m. Still looking like we're going to see all that north of Madison, but getting into areas like Juneau, Wisconsin Dells, and Camp Douglas. Can't rule out a flurry or stray snow shower here in Madison, but I think the greater chances are going to be late morning. Early afternoon, we could start to see that snow fall. Super Bowl Sunday, dry but cooler with a high of 23, even colder Tuesday and Wednesday next week.
All right, those temperatures dropping down once again, but we can deal with it.
Yeah, it's February. It's all right.
Exactly. Savannah, thank you. If you want Savannah to play in your day, she'd love to do so. Just record a video like you saw earlier, share your name and where you live, then send it our way. You can send it via our website, the First Warn Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or email. Then watch around this time every morning to see if you come on the air.
Hey, Valentine's Day just a week away now, and this morning we're learning just how you can show some love for some folks in the 608.
Josh Sprider is live in Baraboo with how you can adopt a grand friend right now. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We know Valentine's Day is the day of love, and what better way to share some love than adopting a grandfriend? We're at our house in Baraboo this morning, and I'm joined by all of my friends in the 608. So we're going to have a good time here. Ashley, I want to start with you. Adopt a grandfriend. What is this all about?
So last year we opened up where we had the community purchase a cookie and adopt a grandfriend. It blew up, so this year we decided to open up to the community and give them an opportunity to adopt a grandparent by purchasing a cupcake and becoming involved that way, showing the residents love that way.
And Beth, you know, the meaning behind this, there's a huge impact there.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of residents here whose family is not close by, so the fact that the community is willing to come in and adopt our residents and show them the love that their family maybe can't, it's huge. We love it. We absolutely love it.
So our house is partnering with Nito's Bake Shop here in Baraboo, and we have Tony joining us this morning. Tony, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm wonderful, and how could we not be with those delicious cupcakes on the table here? So how does Adopt a Grandfriend work for you at Nito's?
We have online ordering, and you can pick between 3 awesome flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and my personal favorite, carrot. And you can select the grandparent, and you can also write a message.
So you can make it nice and meaningful. You know, for you as a local business here in Baraboo, you know, why is this so special for you to get behind this partnership?
It's just a really good group of people, and it's grandparents, and we all love our grandparents really, 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 really much.
Oh my gosh, and they're such positive spirited people, like my friend Jeannie over here, who's already ready to dig into this cupcake. Jeannie, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much.
So what does Adopt a Grandfriend mean for you? How special is this for you?
It's very, very special. We need as many people to adopt me as a grandparent. I really, really would appreciate it. And oh my, these cupcakes are so good, so good. I know you'll love them, so come and buy as many as you can afford.
Are you feeling the love this Valentine's Day?
Oh, I sure am. I sure am.
This is such a special community for you, and you see that support all the time, right?
Oh, right. Right you are. Yes, constantly. There's love all around.
Well, hey, we're giving you the honor to try the first cupcake. Are you ready for your breakfast this morning?
Yes. Yes.
Give it a bite. Let's see it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Happy Valentine's Day to you. You're welcome. If you'd like to adopt a grandfriend this Valentine's Day, it's super easy to do. We have everything you need to know up on channel3000.com. You just have to put those order in for the cupcakes by February 11th. So you still have a few days to make that happen, and then they're going to be delivered so Jeannie can enjoy more of those cupcakes for Valentine's Day 1 week from today. So, guys, what a special morning here, and I think that cupcake was pretty good, Jeannie.
Oh, very, very good.
What better way to have breakfast, right?
Oh, you're right. So right.
You guys, Jeannie is living it up here in the 608 this morning.
Oh, I love it.
Breakfast of Champions. I love that. And, you know, grandparents are so special.
You better believe it.
I love mine to death. So, yes, you know, adopt Jeannie as a grandfriend.
Yahoo.
She's worth it.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
You've got to come and get some. Adopt me. Please
Adopt me.
Oh,
Somebody.
don't we love Jeannie?
Yes, I love it.
Good
We're going to
stuff.
make it happen.
Oh, Josh, tell him happy Valentine's Day for us all right?
I knew you would.
I'll do just that.
Hey, Josh is always looking for inspiration like that to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Let him know about it.
Well, we here at News 3 now want to thank everyone for helping with our Day of Warmth telethon on Wednesday. We raised over $43,000.
Hey.
That's nearly $20,000 more than last year. To additionally help the cause, Culver's locations across the state yesterday gave 10% of their profits to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. So if you missed the fundraiser, there are still plenty of opportunities to get involved and donate. The first is to go to kwwf.org. That's where you can donate year-round. Well, coming up in the morning sprint, a warning to take care of your heart health during pregnancy.
And look who's 3. We've got Jaden Jr. Happy birthday, kiddo. We're back with the morning sprint next. 6:54, time for the morning sprint.
We are working to learn more information about a large fire in Windsor. It happened last night around 7:15 on County Road DM. Dane County Dispatch confirms that it's because a wood boiler caught on fire. We'll pass along any updates on the air and on channel3000.com.
Well, the Amber Alert for that missing 16-year-old from Beaver Dam is still active this morning and has now been extended into Arkansas. Sophia Martha is supposed to be with Gary Day, who is from Arkansas. The criminal complaint says that Day kidnapped Franklin outside of her home on Monday. Police say Franklin is pregnant and Day is the father. If you have any information, contact Beaver Dam Police.
A statewide ban on cell phones in classrooms could be on the way in Wisconsin. There's a new bill in the state legislature proposing the ban. The bill would require all school districts to have a policy in place. The policies could go as far as banning them from bell to bell. The bill is set to go to the Assembly Technology Committee next week.
NCAA updating the participation policy for transgender student athletes. The change will reflect a recent executive order from President Trump. The order calls for penalties against schools and leagues that allow transgender women to compete in women's sports.
A new survey shows many Americans aren't aware of the risk of heart disease during pregnancy. Doctors from The Ohio State University looked into this. They found more than half of people say they wouldn't be concerned about conditions, which could be signs of serious cardiovascular issues.
Well, it'll be cloudy and cooler this afternoon, but we're not tracking any wintry weather, at least until late tonight, early tomorrow. Alert day conditions will be in place north of Wisconsin Dells, Juneau, and Adams County, included in a winter weather advisory that'll go in effect tonight at midnight.